Hello everybody, Joe Bagadones here, and welcome back for another episode of Moon. Finally back home after my globe-trotting adventure to shitty places in the desert, and even worse, Fort Benning and England. Hellscapes like the Earth has never seen before. But yeah, I actually got back a couple days ago, but I've just been spending a couple days reacclimating to a normal sleep schedule and it not being 120 degrees outside in the middle of the desert. Fuck Qatar, worst country in the world. They gave me food poisoning and I have hemorrhoids now. Great, I love it. Anyway, enough about me bitching about my life. I do that enough as it is already on this channel. What were we doing last time? It's been like 3 weeks, close to a month since I last played this. Yui darted out on Yuri, and now we gotta go find her, I think, is what happened. I don't know, let's play and I'll remember eventually. I think we're building B? Yeah, we're building B. Hey, there she is.
Yuri-san, こっちに来なかった? Yuri-san, 目を覚ましたんですか? よかった。それが
I summarized for her.
とにかく一緒に探しましょう。それなら別々に探した方がいいですよ。
Sure about that? Alright.
それじゃあ私はこっちを探すわ。
Which way is this way?
私はこっちですね。
Which way is that way?
それじゃあ気をつけて。いくみさんも。
Meanwhile, in the Batcave. She slammed her fist against the gray wall for no reason. Damn, change her name to Kyle. Even she knew she was irritated. And knowing that only irritated her further.
どうして?
Her attitude was unforgivable. Her actions when Yui last talked to her were...
どうして私は
Look at that dog, that border collie.
もうチョコ動かないの? 一緒に遊んでくれないの?
Nope.
やだよ。生き返らせてよ。
I don't know, my nieces were pretty lackadaisical when my old dog died. Like, you know, it stayed with my parents when I had to move out, you know, to go do military stuff and couldn't have it in the dorms. But, you know, they lived with it for quite a few years, and, you know, she died, and then they're like, oh, okay. They didn't really care. Kids are actually pretty fucked up like that, you know. You think they'd be like this, but no. No, it turns out kids are just like, oh, really adaptable to dead things, I guess.
お父さん、チョコ生き返らせてよ。お母さん、チョコすぐに元気になるよね。
Yeah, he's just gonna have to go live on the farm with Grandma.
どうしたの? お母さんもお父さんもどうして何も喋ってくれないの? あ、お姉ちゃん。お姉ちゃんだったらチョコを生き返らせてくれるよね。また河原で一緒に遊べるようになるよね。だってお姉ちゃんはユイのお姉ちゃんだもん。ユイが困ってたらどこにいても助けてくれるって言ってたもん。そうだよね、お姉ちゃん。助けてくれるよね、お姉ちゃん。
And convenient flashback over.
私はこれから先どんなことがあってもユイを守っていくって誓ったはずなのに、どうして助けてくれなかったの? もうユイの泣き顔は見ないって決めたのに、ずっと助けてって言ってたのに、ずっと泣いてたのに。それなのに私は
What ominous music. Inside Yuri's body, she felt something pulsing. Yes, that's your heart. It's supposed to do that. The inside of her body was suddenly wrenched with pain, and she collapsed against the wall.
私はこれから先どんなことがあってもユイを守っていくって誓ったはずなのに、ずっと助けてくれなかったの。ユイが困ってたらどこにいても助けてくれるって言ってたもん。そうだよね、お姉ちゃん。助けてくれるよね、お姉ちゃん。
She'd been having these fits several days in a row. Her heart was being grabbed and squeezed. Oh, that's not fun. Her bones were breaking from the inside. Also not fun. Her liver was bursting like a balloon. Something was coming up her windpipe and out of her mouth. She remembered this illusion. But this pain was real. She didn't know the source. But one thing was for sure. That was that these fits churning up her insides were getting worse every time. Yeah, that sounds pretty excruciating. Inside her body, something was pulsing once again. Terror ready to burst out of her body. The pain reached its peak, and the fit skyrocketed for a moment, as if to mock her, and then quieted down. She held herself with both arms as if to make sure she was all still there. Then she fell to the floor. Yeah, we all have those days. She hyperventilated towards the floor. Her fits seemed to be over, but the interval between fits had definitely shortened. The next one would probably.
でも別に構わない。死ぬことなんて怖くない。どうせ今の私には来ている理由もないのだから。
おい
No, no, patrol man.
貴様先日のロスト隊か
Yeah, lost body, that's what they're called.
ロスト隊。
As if to cut off her words, the man took out his gun and pushed it between Yuri's eyes.
何度まで。
消えろ
With nothing else to cling to, the man pulled the trigger. The death that she'd prepared for her had appeared before her eyes, and Yuri spoke up. His feeling was none other than fear. She screamed unconsciously. As she closed her eyes, a gunshot reached her ears. Pretty sure the bullet would get there first, but... and even in her state of unconsciousness, she understood it. But it didn't hurt. Maybe all the nerves of hers which could feel pain had gone numb. Or not. The bullet grazed Yuri's ears and sunk into the wall, the back wall.
なんだお前は邪魔をするな
ユリさんを撃たないで。
やめろ離せ
お願いだから。
くそまとわりつくな
Ugh. Dull sound.
早く今のうちにユリさんを。
Did Harkar like fucking stab him? The sensation of being held on both
待
sides.
てお前ら
The man's voice faded.
早くどこかに隠れないと。
Or fucking what's her nuts, the protagonist, you know, her. The one I'm totally emotionally invested in. That I totally remember her name.
でもどこに隠れるんですか。
This time from the
どこ
left.
でもいいから。どこでもって言われても。あ、この部屋なら隠れられそうですね。でもこの部屋はこの際です。襟好みしている時間はありません。そうね、わかった。
That was a door? Sounded like a chainsaw. The sound of a door opening. Better get some WD-40, Jesus. The heavy iron door reverberated as it closed.
これでとりあえずは安心ですよね。
Yui's face showed relief. None of us had thought that we'd end up hiding ourselves in this room at some point.
それにしてもイクミさん、無茶なことしますね。
Ikumi, yeah, that's her name. I remember. She must mean when I punched the Fargo man in the back of the head. That would, like, extremely hurt your fist. The back of the head is, like, pretty solid.
殴られた人、大丈夫ですよね。多分大丈夫だと思うけど。
Yuri-san groaned on the floor. She still appeared conscious. It seems like she'd just been caught off guard by the sudden events. She placed a hand on the floor and slowly stood up. As Yuri-san's head listed uncomfortably, Yui carefully ran to her side. She was still thinking about what she should say to her. Despite that, she had no idea what to say. And yet she started talking anyway.
ユリさんを引っ張ってここまで来るの大変だったんですよ。
Yeah, lay off the carbs.
もしかして太ったんじゃないですか？ごめんなさい。やっぱり迷惑だったですね。私の顔なんか見たくなかったんですよね。私すぐにどっか行きますから、もう二度とユリさんの前に現れたりしませんから。だからあんたが助けたの。
She whispered while looking at the floor. Well, you asked for it.
どうして助けたのよ。
Her sudden scream made Yui's body shiver.
ユリさん、私は何もできなかったのに。あんたが襲われた時、私は助けることができなかったのに。それなのにどうして私の時はあんたが助けに来るのよ。約束したのに。ユイが困ったことがあったらお姉ちゃんが助けるって約束したのに。
I felt like I understood her at that moment. The reason Yuri-san had been running away from Yui. The reason she wished for the invisible strength. Yuri-san couldn't forgive her own inability to protect Yui, hating her powerless self, and then she clung to this alleged omnipotence as her final hope. This omnipotence, the invisible strength. Get a stand.
そんなことずっと気づいてた。一番の被害者はユイだって気づいてた。そんな時こそ家族全員でユイの心を癒してあげないとって思ってた。でもあの時は誰か一人を悪者にしたかった。ユイ一人のせいにして自分はただ被害者のふりをしていたかった。それが一番楽だったから。
Yep.
一度にあまりにもいろんなことが起こりすぎたから、ユイが一番辛いんだって分かってたはずなのに、ユイに辛いこと全部押し付けて、嫌なことを忘れて楽して生きてたのは私の方だった。私の心が弱かったから。
That's alright. I have congenital heart defects too.
自分が
Understand.
一番傷つかない選択をしてしまったから。だからごめんなさい。私決めてたんです。これからずっと謝り続けようって。毎日謝ろうって。だからごめんなさい。だって悪いのはやっぱり私だもの。これからも毎日謝り続けるから。
And which part are you apologizing for again? I'm gonna assume she means the, trying to kill you in your sleep thing, and not the whole getting raped thing.
だから二人でここを出ませんか？一緒に一つの場所で暮らしませんか？昔みたいにとは言いませんから。それだけはできない。それだけは本当にもう手遅れなの。そんなことないよ。また一緒に暮らそうよ。やっぱり私のこと怒ってますか？それだったら私もっと謝るから。ずっと謝るから。だからね。
I don't think that's the issue here, Yui.
違うの。
Yuri-san softly shook her head. That was no longer an answer stemming from her self-pity. Those were the kind eyes of an understanding sister, a sister who understood Yui. She met Yui's eyes with those eyes and continued to speak.
私の命はもう長くない
What?
から。 そうしたら大丈夫だよ。お薬飲んで注射してもらって、それで安静にしてたら絶対に治るから。
Yep, that's all it takes. Some fucking Flintstone vitamins and Pedialyte, that's what it's called. I was about to say Sunny D. I'm like, no, that shit's poison to the body. Man, Pedialyte is a fucking nectar from the gods. Maybe I'm just getting old, but, you know, like, after having 2 beers, waking up the next morning and feeling like death, Pedialyte comes through in the fucking clutch there.
違うの。あ、そうだ。私ね、おかゆ作るから。
Oh yeah, that'll definitely do it.
ゆい特製の栄養満点のおかゆ作るから、それさえ食べればバッチリだよ。
Does it have raisins in it?
だからごめんね、ゆい。
Yuri-san kindly cut off Yui's words.
本当にごめんね。
Yui simply embraced her sister. She knew that those words signaled their true parting.
私、何一つ姉らしいことできなかった。そんなことないよ。最低だったのは私の方ね。ねえ、ゆい、せめて最後に何かお願い言って。今の私にできることなんて何もないかもしれないけど、お願い聞いてくれるの？
She nodded.
本当に
She nodded again.
私の
Yui's voice was faint and shaking with tears, yet she chose her words flawlessly.
またお姉ちゃんって呼びたい。お姉ちゃんのことお姉ちゃんって呼びたい。
As her tears came out, she had trouble speaking.
お姉ちゃんお姉ちゃんお姉ちゃんお姉ちゃんお姉ちゃんお姉ちゃん。
Yui screamed at the top of her lungs, until her throat was hoarse and she ran out of breath. She continued calling her beloved sister. Yuri-san answered her with an embrace, a true sister's embrace that they hadn't had in years. As if to take back everything that they'd lost, they both felt each other's existence. But this was also their last. Yuri-san placed her hands on Yui's shoulders and softly pushed her away. Yuri-san turned to me.
お願い。
I nodded and put one hand around Yui's shoulders. It's real confusing how the sisters are Yuri and Yui.
わかりました。
She hugged Yuri-san one last time, then walked away.
一つだけ聞きたい。
Oh, is it that boy?
君が不可視の力を欲するわけよ。
私は失った家族を取り戻したい。ただそれだけ。
くだらない。どうしてそんなつまらないことに不可視の力が必要なのか理解できない。
Yeah, just go to family therapy.
本当、その通りね。こんなことに不可視の力なんて必要なかった。気づくのが遅すぎたけど。でもギリギリで間に合ったのかもしれない。だってゆいにもう一度お姉ちゃんって呼んでもらえたんだから。
The large door slowly closed. Inside the room, only Yuri-san was left. Then, she transfigured into yesterday's Yuri-san. The reason the Fargo men had been trying to eliminate Yuri-san during the state of alert. Yuri-san herself was well aware of it. She knew how little time remained for her. In her final moments, she accepted Yui and tried to leave her with a memory. Just like my mother. Suddenly, on the other side of the heavy leaden door, we heard Yuri-san's muffled scream. Earmuffs, don't listen. Yui turned around at that noise and stared at the leaden door. It was a highly abnormal scream. Something was pounding against the door. We knew what that was. Yuri-san's the only one in there. Yuri-san was throwing her body against the door. The heavy door vibrated as some mad being on the inside tried to knock it down. Yui remained impossibly calm as she looked at that door, as if to burn everything into her memory. Ugh! An unpleasant sound. Another scream. Another unpleasant sound. Sounds like she's cracking lobsters in there. The scream became a superlative wail. What was going on in Yuri-san's body? I couldn't begin to imagine. Yui bit her lips and fought the urge to cry out. She clenched her fist so tight that her nails were digging into her hand.
Yui.
Ugh. An unexpected sound of stepping into a puddle. And I saw a red fluid oozing out from under the door, forming that puddle in the corridor. An overflowing crimson liquid, and Yuri-san's now inaudible voice. Yui put even more force into her hand, making her entire body shake. And then, as if nothing had happened, the area fell into silence. She ceased gazing at the door and now looked far down the corridor. Her palm was dripping blood. I simply nodded. Yui whispered that one farewell and walked away. Yeah, you should probably go home. Why don't we take you to the underground passageway and throw you up into the air duct so that we can go to the loading dock and just, like, leave? I should go back too, before anyone finds this. Yeah, it's this one. Empty room, into the darkness. Oh, what's up, Haruka? Haruka was leaning against the usual wall. Yeah, some fucking crazy shit just happened. Well, Yuri's dead. She got to the point. Haruka disappeared down the passage. It's true I have to think about Haruka's interests. She also came to this facility with an important goal. She's endured horrible things for it. Yeah, she's in Haruka's in, like, C class, isn't she? The one where they have to fucking sleep on the floor and don't get a shower. But right now, I can only think about Yui. Just a little longer. I want to think about her just a little longer. At least tonight. Even if I'm the only one. Building A. I left with the passage, into the room, leave the room. My room. What's up, that boy? Fucking Kingdom Hearts looking ass belt wearing motherfucker. I walked up to the bed, knelt down on it, then entrusted my full body weight to it. Man, no. Lying down in a bed, even if it's like not a bed you're super used to, even if you've only slept in it for like 2-3 days, you know, some of the missions I went on my like hiatus, I had 36-hour days of flying around and sitting on the ground, and yeah, sitting on the tarmac with 450 Afghan refugees in an airplane for 10 hours in 120-degree weather outside where it's like 80% humidity. Yeah, it's not fun. You get really tired, so then you go back to your shitty dorm room in the coalition compound and you just crash, and it's like, oh, this shitty bed that's full of sweat and semen from so many other people. It's just like the most comforting thing in the entire world. The pillow's really dirty today. Yup. Also, the pillows are like yellow when they're supposed to be white.
何これ?
I grabbed something other than a pillow and held it up. Trash? No, it's a stuffed rabbit. Though, it feels more like a dead stuffed rabbit. It was completely beaten up, to the point that it appeared herniated.
ああ、それね。どう?
It's disgusting.
どうって、私は何を答えればいいの?
いや、なんか感想があるかなって思って。
Yeah, gagging. Is this?
ちょっと待って。
待つよ。
Oh, is it yours? Like, you know, belongs to Ikumi that he just fucking found it lying around?
これはここに意図的に置かれたものなのね。
It is. There's no way he could have just left the remains of something lying here. He left it on top of my bed, so it must be a present for me. Oh, are you a cat? Does that explain the collar? From him.
で、どうなの?
It's gross. What can I say?
ねえ。
おやすみ。
Damn, I was reaching. I was like, oh, is this some clue that he's bringing us of Ikumi's ma from her days in Fargo? You know, she brought Ikumi's stuffed rabbit with her to remember her by, and he found it and he's holding on to it. Oh, but no, it's literally just garbage.
うおー!
冗談よ。
Clearly, I can't escape this situation without stating an opinion.
うん。
Well, I don't know what to feel about you, Guy. You're like extremely nice and forthcoming with information about stuff you shouldn't be and really helping us out here. But you're also a fucking weirdo. And I like
うわー、こんなの欲しかったんだ。
let's be honest with him. He's been honest with us.
え、本当に?
なんて私が言うとでも思ったの。
え?
どこから拾ってきたかわからないようなこんな薄汚いもの差し出されてね。現実に喜ぶ女の子なんてどこにもいやしないわよ。
そんなものなのかな?
It's grunge. Grungy is an appropriate adjective to describe that thing. This guy really thought. He seriously thought I'd like it.
可愛いと思ったんだけどな。
You're one of those people who like that ugly, cute aesthetic. It's not for me, fam. But he is trying to cheer me up. He's always trying to do something for me. Very strange. For some reason, I laughed.
どうしたの?
ありがとう。
I said it just in case.
風呂場の壁ぐらいなら磨けそうだし。
Ah.
うわ、そんなのに使わないでくれよ。
Yeah, like, I know what you mean, like, clean it up a bit, but not the shower. Maybe I said too much. I feel like I didn't save today, and now I have time to think about Yui. This will be my short-lived rest. The next purpose.
おはよ よく眠れたかい？そりゃよかった。もう行くかい？
そうする。
I left the room rubbing my eyes. Well, I guess we should go to Minmay's. Now today, the day Yui will leave this place. I didn't like how things ended for her, but right now this is what's best for her. It'll all happen during lunchtime.
A12 だな。
What's up, voice?
はい。
部屋の中央に立って。
I stood in the pattern center.
それでは第7段階を始める。
Vision was closed off. Automatopoeias. Ellipses. I'm here again. Now I'll go back to where I want to return.
どうしてだろう。どうして私は走ろうとしているの？
You mean like figuratively or literally?
右にも左にも競争相手が並んでる。
Literally.
その人たちに勝ってどうするの？何の価値が生まれるの？みんな自分の力がどんなものだか試したがってる。勝って自分を褒めたがってる。自分が自分であるから勝たせてあげたい。自分が自分であるから他人よりも優れていることを誇示させてあげたい。
Well, I understand the sediment. Sediment? No, not like sand. You know, the feeling. The feeling. Yes. I'm sorry, I can't speak today. Sentiment. There we go. See, that's the word. I'm a big boy. I could do it. Well, I understand that. No one feels good being let, just like, let to win. That wasn't a complete sentence. I'm sorry, but I feel like I got the meaning across. So, I will just move on.
卑しい考え。でも私にはそんな考えなんか毛頭ない。勝つことへの圧力感もない。だからスタートはいつもうまくいく。みんながまだうつむいている中、私は一人駆け出す。地を蹴って顔を上げる。徐々に前傾姿勢を解いていく。両腕を大きく振る。
Yep, gotta get them arm movement.
視界の隅にリズムよくブレたシューズが見え隠れする。みんなが練習通りの力を出せない中、私は一人無心で走る。風の圧力に自分の速さを実感する。心地よい。それは確かだ。でも何？別にここで走るのをやめたっていい。卑しい人たちにその望み通りの栄光を譲ってあげてもいい。それで優越感を得ようなんて気もない。
People who enjoy running are psychopaths, and I will never understand them.
だから一生懸命に走ったふりをしてあげてもいい。
Though I do get the runner's high, if it's a good run.
でも今日は気持ちいい。
But people who do sprints, like, and enjoy it, they're not human.
風がとても気持ちいい。だから最後まで走る。それだけの理由で走る。何か言ってる。なんか言ってる。冗談言っちゃダメなの？まともなこと言わないとダメなの？なんだ、面白くない。そうですね。そういうことにしておきます。ありがとうございました。疲れた。それだけだった。やめる理由も簡単だった。違う。正直じゃない。初めから競争することに興味なんてなかった。届いて欲しかったのよ。ただ、走ることを選んだのも本当に些細な理由からだった。あの人に嫌だったらすぐやめるつもりだったんだ。届いて欲しかったの。私の頑張りが嫌になったからやめた。それだけだ。届いて欲しかった。ただ。
Level 7 done?
第7段階終了だ。
Cool. I left them in maze. It's lunchtime. I should go meet with Yui at the usual place, and then get her out of here. Into the dark. Our underground meeting place. Yui isn't here yet.
いくみさん
What's up? Yui appeared from the depths of the passage.
決心はついた。あなたは元の生活に帰るべきよ。
でもいくみさんたちが戦っているのに私だけ安全な場所に逃げるなんて。
ここはあなたのような子がいてはいけないところなのよ。きっとゆりさんもあなたが普通の生活に戻ってくれることを望んでるはずよ。
Those are the most effective and the most unfair words
そう
available.
ですね。お姉ちゃんを心配させたくないですから。
I told myself this was all for her sake and desperately pushed down the feeling of guilt.
そろそろ行きましょうか。
はい。
The loading dock, the place where we'd been unloaded only days earlier. The boundary between a normal and abnormal
ゆい
life.
ここから搬入用トラックに潜り込めば町まで降りることができると思うから。
Yui glanced up at me and spoke with great
い
forethought.
くみさん、一緒に施設を出ませんか？
Nope, we still got like half a game to go through.
はるかさんも呼んで3人で。
それはできない。私もはるかもまだ目的を果たしていないから。だから施設に残る。
残っても目的を果たせるとは限りませんよ。
Well, sometimes you just gotta roll the dice.
それでもこれが私たちの旅の理由だから。
いえ、ごめんなさい。嫌な言い方でした。
いいのよ。ゆいが私たちのことを心配して言ってくれたんだって分かってるから。
ありがとうございます。それでは目的を果たしたら連絡ください。
She took a square piece of paper out of her pocket.
裏に私のうちの住所と電話番号が書いてありますから。
I'd seen that paper before.
これって大切な写真じゃないの？
One memory shared between Yui and Yuri-san.
そんな写真もう必要ありませんよ。だって思い出は私の頭の中にありますから。いい思い出も嫌な思い出も全部平等に詰め込みましたから。
Good for you, Yui. Look at that character
もう
growth.
絶対にひいきはしません。
ゆいは強いよ。
I honestly thought that.
強くなったんですよ。いくみさんやはるかさんに出会って。
Aw, shucks. Gonna make me
そし
blush.
て自分の閉ざしていた心と出会って。
And she smiled at me. Yui's smile. The same smile I'd seen when I met her a few days ago. But that girl's heart had changed immensely. She'd found something important to her.
それからはるかさんに伝言お願いしますね。ゲームセンターで対戦する約束忘れないでくださいって。
伝えておく。
それでは私行きます。私いくみさんたちに出会えて本当に良かったと思っています。必ずまた会いましょうね。
With those parting words, Yui disappeared deep within the loading dock. After seeing her for the last time, I returned to the underground passage. Once more to my abnormal life.
あ、
Several people were pouring out of the back of the truck that just entered. All of them merely gazed at their feet with murky eyes that moved as they were ordered.
新しい入信者の人たちだ。
Mm-hmm.
それもあんなにいっぱい。
Fresh meat for the grinder. A line of people waiting for the aptitude test. A line of people with wounded hearts.
私にできることなんてきっと何もないんだろうけど。
Nope. But I do know the pain of a wounded heart. So we walked to the line of the new followers in order to heal at least one emotional scar. I lifted up the iron plate covering the passage, crawled out, leave the room. It's afternoon. We skipped lunch, so L pod? I entered the L pod.
A12 確認しました。
What's up, L pod voice? I prefer you way more to the mid-maze voice.
それでは安息室へどうぞ。
Nice, rest day. Today's rest day. I was, relieved.
終了次第この部屋にて
Yeah, Shadow
今後の
Ikimi's
ア
a
ドバイス
fucking
をお
bitch.
教え
I'm
しま
glad
す
we don't get to see her. In any case, I thought it'd be better than L-Pod training. I left the room. Hold on, what do you say? Something about advice? Yeah, of course I'm gonna talk to the L-Pod man. The relaxation room. The bed shone upon by that white light.
またここで寝ればいいだけなのね。
Do you at least have like an eye mask so you don't have to, stare up at that searing white light? I lay down on the bed and faced the pattern carved in the ceiling. As if confirming my presence, the bed gave a soft groan. Even if I closed my eyes, the world was white. Now that I'd gotten used to it, I realized that this felt surprisingly good. Then, as if drugged, I fell into a deep sleep. Yeah, you can sleep comfortably, surprisingly anywhere. Also, again, something I experienced on my mission, of being stuck out on the tarmac for over 10 hours. At some point, we just had to let the people off the jet, otherwise, people were passing out from heat stroke. And we had to form like a little perimeter so that way they couldn't just wander off into the airfield and get run over by an airplane. But in the shade of the wing, we just took turns lying down and taking naps on the concrete in the 120-degree weather. And, just put your hat down, use it as a pillow, and, slept pretty good. I woke up. I must have slept well. The buzzer announcing completion continued to reverberate in that empty room. I got out of the bed, smoothed out the sheets, and left the room. It's already evening. Now, what should I do? Well, we're gonna go talk to Mr. L-Pod. And then we'll go to the dining room. Once again, I enter the
十
L-Pod.
分お休みになれましたか。
ええ。
Yes, thank you for asking.
それではここまでのあなたの訓練状況を簡単にお教えしましょう。残念ながらあまり順調とは言えません。
Ouch.
そう。
自分の非を拒否してはなりません。自分でそれを探し認めるのです。そうすればもう少しより良い結果が得られると思われます。
Ah, but I don't like acquiescing to Shadow Ikimi. She sucks.
以上です。精進を続けてください。
But yes, I understand, Mr. L-Pod man. That's the whole point. I confirmed the conversation was over and left the L-Pod. I took my food as usual and sat down as usual. Today's food was curried rice.
あれ？
Then I noticed the absence of someone who should be in the dining hall. Yoko-san normally came here before me every day, but today she wasn't here yet.
訓練が長引いているのだろうか。
I started eating. Automatopoeia for eating. Why? Why can't I calm down? Must be because Yoko-san's not here.
あの、
I raised my head to find Yoko-san standing before me. So she was just late. Somehow I was relieved.
ようこさん、今日は遅かったね。もうカレー冷めてるよ。
Hey man, Cold's curry? Honestly, pretty okay.
はい。座らないの？はい。
You gonna eat standing up? She wasn't gonna sit down or take her tray. She just simply stood facing my seat.
これをお返しします。
What, the phone? Yoko-san took something out. It was the cell phone game I'd given her. I thought she said she'd thrown it away.
それでは私はこれで。
She turned her heels and moved towards the dining hall exit.
ようこさん、食事取らないの？はい。
She nodded lethargically, then left the dining hall.
どうしたんだろう。今日のようこさん。
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I mindlessly flipped on the cell phone game that Yoko-san had left behind. Huh? I could barely hear the beeping this game normally emitted. And the screen seemed much darker than before. Yeah, it hasn't been charged in like over a week. Ah. She said she threw it away, but in reality...
ごちそうさま。
Thanks for the food. I said that to an empty seat. I began to look forward to eating meals with Yoko-san from now on. Nighttime. I should head to the mini place. Haruka's probably waiting there. There was a period in that sentence, but don't worry about that. Squeezed into the darkness.
来たわね。
What's up, bitch? Haruka had gotten here first.
はるか。
The underground meeting place. 3 of us always met down here. But now it's just me and Haruka. That's okay. That's for the best. Fewer people in this facility, the better.
ゆいの方はうまくいったの？ええ。そう。あの子にとってはこれでよかったのよ。
Yeah, much better than staying here.
分かってる。分かってるけど。けど何？本当にこんな結末しかなかったのかなって。
Yeah, she could have fucking died.
それは無意味な自問ね。無意味？どうして？私たちはどんなに彼女を憐れんでみても、それはただの同情でしかないでしょう。それはそうだけど、大切なのはあの子が自分なりにどう心の整理をつけたか、それ次第なのよ。ゆい、最後は笑ってありがとうって言ってくれた。だったらその笑顔を信じてあげてもいいんじゃない？そうだよね。
Haruka's exactly right. Let's believe in Yui's smile, Yui's strength, as Yui's friends, as irreplaceable friends.
そして今度は私たちが行動を起こす番。
Cool, what are we gonna do?
それならまず今まで分かっていることをまとめましょう。2日前の夕刻、施設内の警戒態勢を移行した。ええ、あの時間違いなく何かが起きていた。そのあたりの経緯については私よりもあなたの方が詳しいんじゃない？
Yes, Yuri became a lost body, whatever the fuck that is, and killed several guards, and then we, kidnapped her. I nodded at Haruka's question.
話してくれるわね。分かったわ。
I retraced my red-stained memories from 2 days
あ
past.
の警戒態勢はユリさんを消去することが目的だったのよ。
Haruka's face turned dubious after hearing my words.
そのために中華機の類まで持ち出すっていうの？そうよ。馬鹿げてる。彼女一人を消すためにはそれくらいのことが必要だった。逆に言えば一人の女性が恐怖となり得る何かが行われているのよ。この施設の中で。
Yuri's final moments were far from normal.
私のお母さんもきっとユリのお姉さんと同じ理由で。
Alright, let's not jump to any conclusions here, Yukimi.
かなり突拍子もない話ね。
Extraordinary. That's right. It's not realistic at all. But I had to think that was the truth.
何か根拠があるの？根拠はないけど、でも私ははるかの知らないことを知っている。
Yuri-san's final moments.
なるほどね。私よりもあなたの方が真実に近い場所にいるってことね。分かったわ。あなたの言うことを信じる。ありがとう。でもそれが真実なら。
She lowered her voice.
あなたはここで何をしているの？兄さん。兄さん？そう。私の目的。
It's like pottery. It rhymes. Yui was here for her One-san, and Haruka's here for her Oni-chan.
私がこの施設に来た目的は兄さんを探すこと。
Well, considering what all the other male staff in this facility are like. I don't think you'll like what you're gonna find.
ファーゴの一員として働くね。
それなら明日から探しましょう。はるかのお兄さん。
頼むわ。
Can you give us like some general descriptions of what he looks like?
それで顔がわかるようなものないの？
Is he a faceless mook like all the other Fargo dudes, or he's clearly not that boy?
残念ながらないわ。あなたに与えられる手がかりは三間良介という名前だけ。
三間良介。わかった。なんとか探してみる。
それであなた
Well, good thing we're pretty close with a Fargo employee ourselves, so we can just, ask him.
大丈夫。私は真実を知ることが目的だもの。確実に近づいていってる。私が求める真実。復讐は真実を知った時考える。真実を知るまでは動かない。
手遅れにならないようにね。
分かってる。
じゃあまた明晩ここで。
あ、ねえはるか。
何？
お兄さんに会えるといいね。
本当は会わない方が幸せなのかもね。
Yeah.
なんでもない。それじゃあね。
For Haruka, those words were awfully half-hearted. Before I could ask her about that, she disappeared down the passage. Well, as I was saying earlier about the Fargo men employees, she probably is a little wary to see what her brother has become. Mima Ryosuke. I left that place while ruminating on Haruka's brothers' names. Boop, boop, boop. No, don't enter the underground room.
おかえり。
ただいま。
何を聞くんだいこの僕に。
よくわかったわね。
僕の立場も考えてくれよ。
Yeah.
そうベラベラ喋ってちゃいい加減バレる。そうなりゃ食事を抜かれたり痛めつけられたりする。
Ouch.
ひどい目に遭うんだよ。
ごめん。でも知りたいのよ。
Ah. Let's what turned into a source of fear?
一体何なの？
Because, if we ask about the invisible strength, he'll just give some cryptic answer, but
そりゃ確信だ。言えない。
それこそが不可視の力なの。
everything was concentrated there.
わかったのよ。真実を追いかけてるうちに最後にはそこに行き着くって。
So, like, if you can't control the invisible strength, do you become a lost body? Ah.
ごめん。本当は知らないんだ。
嘘。
嘘じゃないよ。
あなたは本当嘘がつけない人間なのよ。
いや、そんなことはない。嘘はよくつくんだ。趣味なんだ。
Okay. There's no choice. I began undoing the buttons of my shirt. What?
そんなところで服を脱いだら見られちゃうよ。
見せるのよ。
I don't think this guy cares. He seems to have zero sex drive whatsoever.
え？君が
Oh,
何をやり
hey,
たい
oh,
の
whoa,
か
whoa,
わ
whoa,
からない。
whoa. I'm probably gonna need to clean that up on in post. Just get rid of some of that booby and butt over there.
私は真実を知りたいだけ。それだけ。
全裸になれば真実がポンと宙から降ってくるのかい？
Yeah, I'm with him here. Like,
宙からじゃないの。
what's? Are you trying to seduce him? I don't think he's the kind of guy to fall for the honeypot.
あなたの口からよ。
I grabbed his chin and pulled it closer to my mouth.
不可視の力って何なの？
I breathed heavily on the tip of his nose and as I asked, "Have you been brushing your teeth here? I know you say you take a shower, but..."
知らない。何度も言ってる。
言わせてみせる。
My hand crawled to his back as if embracing him. And when our lips met, the boy's hand came between them.
一つだけ言っておく。僕は言わない。 それでもよかったら君の気の済むようにすればいい。
It's like, hey, I'm not gonna tell you anything, but if you still want to have a go, then, you know, I'm not gonna stop you. The boy's eyes. Clear eyes. Not lying eyes. If he says that, it's true. I won't say it.
刹那的なのは私の方だったのだ。
Yes, extremely. I whispered before stepping away from him.
一時的な感情に流されるのは良くない。考えれば方法や手段なんていくらでもある。
ありがとう。
I put on my clothes. See, that boy, he drinks his respect women juice every morning with breakfast. If I think about it, there are plenty of means and methods. Yeah, that's right. I'd been so shallow. You just rip off his fingernails and stick needles under his toenails instead. Day 9, the warmth of human.
おはよう。
Well, that seemed like a good place to stop for today with the good old date change. Yeah, now that I'm back, expect regular uploads, especially for the next week, because I'm currently locked at home because they told me as soon as I dropped off my tools and checked in to go home for 10 days because I could have some mysterious Afghan germs or tuberculosis or something, and to not infect everyone else on base and to stay away. So yeah, I have nothing better to do besides sleep and record and edit these videos. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all next time, tomorrow, whenever I decide to upload for the next episode of Moon. Thanks again, guys. Later.